Good afternoon, Rabun County. It's Roger Glenn with Post Realty coming to you again today from Persimmon, and we've got Dave Ramey, who is the owner-operator of Ramey Builders and DSR Construction.
Yes, sir.
Did I get that right?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Let's start with the easy stuff. A little bit about your story and your relationship, if you will, lifelong in your case, with Rabun County.
Okay. Well, you got an hour. Well, I was born and raised here. Actually, I was born at Fort Benning, Georgia, but lived here my whole life. My parents are here. I'm a fourth generation builder.
Wow.
And so I grew up from about the age of 8 building houses in Rabun County. And then I went to school at Georgia Tech. That may turn some people off, but it worked for me. I got an engineering degree, and then I went and built bridges through the 90s and in 4 states. And then I came to back to Rabun County to take my fourth generation business over, and was doing a pretty good run. And then the economic downturn in 2007, whereas a lot of people had to worry about where their next job was going to be, I went maybe the low road, maybe the high road. You make your decision up, but I went back in industrial construction, and I have been building smokestacks, cooling towers, and silos, concrete and fiberglass for the last 12 years. Doing most of my best work at 800 feet, hanging by my toes. But now I've chosen to leave that life and come back home to begin again in building. I'm a licensed engineer and a certified home inspector and residential and light commercial construction.
Yep. And all of Rabun County, I assume you're more than happy to cover that, and probably even a little bit more.
Absolutely, I'd be glad to work in North Habersham area. I have done work in North Carolina. I'm probably not going to be licensed there, but I have worked for homeowners in Scaly and Highlands as well.
Yeah. By the way, folks, if he was talking about towers and silos and things like that, I had the benefit of reading his questionnaire, some of that we've got on the website. So I had to look some of that stuff up, and frankly, I still don't know what some of it is. But anyway, very big industrial, commercial.
Large concrete structures, 400, 600, 800 feet. 870 was the tallest one I built. It was in Macon area.
Wow.
And I actually have ownership of the hyperbolic cooling towers, the ones that come out like you see on the Simpsons intro. I know how to build those.
You know how to do that. There you go.
Without the green stuff coming out the side.
Yeah. So starting over again in Rabun, and so typically, I guess most people would just contact you, and you come out, give them an estimate, something like that,
yes,
for
sir.
A project that they have.
Absolutely.
Those types of things too.
This is obviously I've got a background that has some really big jobs up in 100+ million, and so your house is not too complex for me.
Yeah. And you mentioned that you're also a certified home inspector.
Yes, sir.
We were talking a little bit about that, and people's different approaches to that. Can you just talk a little bit about, for somebody that is probably in the process of buying a house, how you like to approach home inspections?
How I approach home inspectors is they taught us on the online class to point out everything, regardless of how minuscule. I choose to take more of a builder's approach to it and take more of the things that need to be repaired, rather than and applying logic to the deficiencies, rather than noting that a piece of trim has a chip in it. They tell us to note everything, and I'm not going to note everything. I'm gonna actually look at things as the things that you need to be aware of. That I do think that the buyer needs to be aware of deficiencies, not to scare them away, but to give them make them an educated decision process. And the seller at the same time doesn't need you to note that the light bulb was out in one of your fan combos.
Yeah, exactly. And on the construction side, you do renovations, remodeling, new construction, ground up, the whole 9 yards.
Ground up is ground up to renovation. I'm working in a redoing a bedroom right now. I'm looking at some deck works and doing some bathroom refinishing, and then and also new construction from a mountain lot to a dream home.
Yeah. Dave's going to do some work up here on our place, so we haven't decided exactly what that looks like, but he gave us a lot of great ideas and good things to think about today. And then most folks probably from Rabun County know Penny, your wife.
That's correct.
And she's actually a real estate agent at POS.
Yep. Been with her for 20 years. We have 5 beautiful daughters and 2 beautiful grandchildren, and looking forward to another 20 years of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe more.
Penny's a phenomenal real estate agent too. So if you're looking for real estate representation, certainly consider her. Dave, thanks very much for your time today. We really appreciate it. Welcome, back to Rabun County.
Welcome back home again.
Again.
Yep.
Yeah, so good luck. Folks, if you're in need of home inspections or remodels, new construction, a lot of folks probably out there that are watching this video, either trying to buy land, want to buy land, it's great to have Dave back and all his skill and expertise. Certainly need more builders. There's more demand than there is supply. I think it's a pretty fair assessment.
It seems that way.
of the market and folks coming up here. So please give Dave a shot to win your business. And if there are other businesses, organizations, to include governmental organizations, I'd love to hear from some churches that would like to have again, your business or organization featured on our Park Bench site, then please give us a shout. And if you're watching the video and you haven't subscribed to the newsletter, give that a try too. It'll keep you abreast of things that are going on, to include new interviews that we have with businesses, events, news, a bunch of other really cool stuff, to use technical terms. That's all for today. We'll see you next time.